Good morning, Year 8. We are looking at anaerobic respiration today. So that is your title. Write that down. This is lesson 2 for this week. So our starter for today, question to you guys. What happens when you exercise for too long? What happens when you warm up for sports? And what might happen if you do not warm up properly before you took part in a sport? Question to you guys was, what happens when you do too much exercise? So we've all been in that position, maybe while we've been in lockdown, of doing too much exercise, and we get that incredible pain in our muscles, in our joints. And that is due to a lack of oxygen. When we have no oxygen, our body switches from aerobic respiration to anaerobic respiration. So this is respiration in the absence of oxygen. And what happens in this case is we produce an acid. So this lactic acid builds up in our muscles and our joints when we do lots and lots of exercise. And it is this that causes us lots and lots of pain. So if you've had a little run around for a minute, you will notice that your heart rate has increased and your breathing has increased. And this needs to happen to allow glucose and oxygen to travel around your body and also to get rid of that carbon dioxide, that byproduct of respiration. I want you now to pause the video and then go to the YouTube clip that Miss Moore has made on what happens when we breathe out carbon dioxide and how we can prove that we breathe out carbon dioxide using lime water. Question to you guys in the starter was, why do we warm up before exercise? So it is to increase elasticity from our muscles. It increases our breathing rate, so we then supply our body with oxygen. It increases our heart rate, so again we can deliver more oxygen and glucose to our muscles for the activity we're doing. It also increases our body temperature to keep us nice and warm, keep those capillaries in our skin dilated. Allows us also to sweat when we get too hot to cool down. And it also provides us with the ability to emit transmissions of signals around our body, around our nerve cells, to keep us nice and active while we exercise. So very important for us to warm up before we do exercise, not only to increase our body's ability to use glucose and oxygen, but ultimately, which was the question number 3 of the starter, to stop us getting injured. So do you think your heart can just continue increasing in its rate and its speed of beating forever? Okay, so we now know the difference between aerobic with oxygen and anaerobic respiration without oxygen. One major problem with anaerobic respiration is it is not as efficient. So respiration is used, it's a chemical reaction to make energy. Without oxygen, the respiration in the form of anaerobic respiration is far less efficient. And obviously in humans, obviously when we do anaerobic respiration in our muscles, it creates a lactic acid, which is not good and is not sustainable. So if you've ever seen a marathon or certain forms of exercise where you end up with the runners collapsing, it is because they have built up so much lactic acid in their bodies that they literally cannot go on any further. So ultimately our bodies prefer aerobic respiration with the presence of oxygen. I would now like you to copy and complete these 5 sentences using the word bank on the right hand side. Copy these into your books. Did you get it right? Here are the answers to help you. So we've looked at anaerobic respiration in humans and animals. We're now just going to have a quick look at anaerobic respiration in other organisms. So you've probably heard of yeast. We use yeast in bread making. We also use yeast in making beer, wine, alcohol. This is a process called fermentation. So again, it uses anaerobic respiration, so no oxygen involved here, and it converts glucose into alcohol in the form of ethanol. We know that from our alcohol lesson. This is instead of lactic acid. So the glucose is turned via the yeast into ethanol and carbon dioxide, and of course energy. We do respiration because we require energy. There are just different ways of doing it, either using oxygen or in this case, anaerobic respiration, not using oxygen. So yeast are a microorganism. They are from the fungus family and they are used industrially to make bread, cakes, dough, and obviously alcohol. I'd like you now to go to YouTube and watch the video practical on anaerobic respiration of yeast. There is a table on the next slide to help you. This plenary is only for grammar stream or high flyers that want to challenge themselves and put all the information together in a summary table. For everyone else that doesn't wish to do this, that's absolutely fine. You've done very well today. That is the end of our lesson. I now want you to go back to show my homework and complete the very short quiz.
Okay, Year 8, and back with our respiration topic, we are going to look at proving what the products of respiration are. Now, aerobic respiration produces a gas. Have a little think if you know what that gas is, first of all, while I get this ready. If you said carbon dioxide is produced, you are absolutely correct. And as scientists, we need to be able to prove that something is what we say it is. So we need to test for the presence of carbon dioxide. And to do that, we use this, which is called lime water. And really, really nice, easy way to test if carbon dioxide gas is present is to bubble the gas through lime water. And we are going to do that just now. And where can we very, very easily get carbon dioxide from? We breathe it out. So if we blow through this straw, beautiful assistant Astra there is just wondering what's going on. And the positive result for the test for carbon dioxide is that lime water will go cloudy. So as we can see there, positive result, I've breathed out some carbon dioxide, and that's how we test for carbon dioxide gas.